most new entrepreneurs make too many decisions. And the problem with this is that they don't know what to prioritize. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to manage their time wisely. So they end up spending hours of the time working, but not getting anything done. And in this video, I'm going to show you a workflow process that I personally walked through with one of my clients, launching her own offer and challenge to be able to actually get started in moving forward with her business. So I'm going to give you a high level overview of what I did for her specifically. So for more context, uh, she is a former Border Patrol agent helping other Border Patrol applicants go through the hiring process. And one of the challenges we decided on doing for them is that we realized one of the biggest problems that she realized that a lot of applicants face is that they needed to be fit, right? A lot of people go in unprepared. They're not as they're not very well fit going in, so that lack of fitness ability can really affect their application process, or it can really blow their chances on becoming a Border Patrol agent. So that was the context for her, and she had a 4,000 plus uh, audience for her Facebook group, and she had I think, another few thousand in her own email list. And she built this up for years, but never really launched any offers. So she worked this all for free, and we wanted to start having her get paid to do the work that she was basically doing for so long for her Facebook group. So this was a high level overview of what we helped her with. We wanted to basically reduce the amount of decisions she needed to make to basically a few tasks per day. And she wanted to launch her offer specifically for this, and she needed to understand exactly what tasks she needed to prioritize each day um, by the time she starts the challenge, and even during the challenge. So this was what we started with. So we wanted to be able to use her existing assets and not worry about using much of anything else. We did have to create um, some other things like a sales page. She was already in the process of creating a sales page, um, went into a confirmation page, and she needed to set up her Go High Level email. Again, I wouldn't worry about this too much. I did tell her that like a lot of the things she was trying to do was relatively complicated, and for many of you who are watching this, if you are worried about creating a sales page or the confirmation page, or worry about these email sequences that I'm about to go like talk about this as a high level overview of how I helped her, you don't have to worry about that if you don't have that. If you don't have an email list, don't worry about an email list for now. If you don't have the 1,000+ Facebook group, don't worry about that. The idea is to use the existing assets that you currently have. That's the business rule number one. So basically, what we want to start with is to start building that email sequence and then start DMing people. So the biggest thing we wanted to do was to send a whisper post. And what a whisper post is basically sharing that something is coming. That you don't give like all the details of what you're going to send people, like what your offer is about, but you're just saying, hey, there's something coming. I'll let you know more details soon, but there's something coming. So we did this whisper post. She called it Shot Over the Bow, and we wanted to hit send. For her, this was probably the biggest painful thing to do, because you're exposing yourself. You're putting yourself out there. And for many people who are starting themselves out as entrepreneurs, as business owners, you need to accept the fact that you need to put yourself out there. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to face rejection. You're going to have people tell a bunch of crazy things to you, but you just never know what this can do for people if you just hit send. So, like this YouTube video, I don't know who's going to see it, but I'm going to hit send on this YouTube video after I finish this video, right? So, we just need to be comfortable with putting ourselves out there. So, this was basically We wanted to limit the amount of friction. We wanted to make this as simple as possible to just hit send. So we had one-time tasks to do on this day as well. So once she hits send, once she's exposed herself to her email list in particular, then we wanted to start setting up her payment page, or school about page, or confirmation page, or fix her Go level email to be able to um, it will be able to take care of itself once that was finished. Once she checks this box, she doesn't have to do it ever again. So we go through this process. We just tick the box, go by step. You know exactly what to prioritize once you check the box. Okay, I want to check this box. I don't have to do this anymore. Okay, add school invite link to Go high level buyer's workflow. Again, her unique situation, adapt it to what you need. Check the box, move on. Import onboarding in classrooms. So if you have a school community, you can create courses, you can create onboarding, you can do anything you need to if you're selling digital products into the classroom. So that was done and done. And then she wanted to be able to launch her first email outside of the Whisper post that we mentioned. So we break it down into 3 different emails. So we want to talk about the opportunity, why this is important. We want to go through the transformation email. So what the transformation are they going to get when they go through this challenge, and then the experience, the how. So how is it going to be done? So we wrote those emails. We scheduled it out for later throughout the next days. So PLC 1 email goes out. If you see PLC, it's just launch email, just for the record. And then we just continue on with the tasks. So we prioritized email and DMs. Email and DMs, basically. She didn't want to create like a whole bunch of posts for a Facebook group because of the past. When she was what she experienced in the past was that when she tried to create these posts, she would get a lot of negativity and hate from people who were already in the border patrol agency, and yeah, she didn't need that energy. So she wanted to be able to focus on the email list that she was building, and she wanted to start DMing the newest and the hottest leads, basically the people who just opted in, people who are fresh. These were the people to prioritize putting your offer out there. So this was her process. She continued doing that. She checked the box. She decided to work on Christmas for whatever reason, but that's how she rolled. So we wanted to write a social proof email and add to the sequence on December 29th. As adding social proof is great because, well, we want to have trust. We want to be able to provide trust for the people that are investing into us. Otherwise, how would we know if how should we trust you, or trust if I'm putting out my stuff here? I need to be able to have full confidence and conviction that I can help someone with the transformation before I put any offers out there. So for your case, maybe having a social proof email or social proof launch or post is anything like that to show that you're the man, you're the woman, that you know what you're talking about, and you've helped people with the transformation. You've solved this problem, and you're capable of doing it for other people. So that was her situation. Next one, the PLC2 email goes out. That's just the launch email, by the way. She wanted to create a frequently asked questions about the product email. So I want to also preface here, this was her unique situation. It's not going to be, I'm not going to show you that, oh, if she's done this, you should absolutely do the exact same. That's not what I'm saying. There's some things that can be adapted to your own needs, like creating posts, like creating the first whisper post, hitting send. Maybe you need to have something in your classroom. Maybe you need to start DMing people to actually get people uh, interested about your stuff, or have awareness about your stuff or your offer. This was her unique situation, so it made sense for her to be able to just get this all out there and launch her school community. By the way, she has a school community that is now quite thriving. She has like 70 plus people in it, and she's built it up over the past 2 months now. So she's doing very well with it. Um, so we want to be able to just have a certain task that leads into a result. So how this can be adapted to you is that we want to reverse engineer the goal that you have in particular. So if you have a certain revenue goal, or if you want to start launching an offer, then we want to start reverse engineering how we're going to be able to accomplish it. So one, using your existing assets, using what you have, business rule number one. Two, start creating that one task or the one thing that you can do immediately to get yourself started building that momentum. For her, it was a whisper post. Maybe for you, it's to write something on or type something up on X or Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, making a YouTube post, making a community post on school if you have a school community, things like that, and then just hit send. That's the one task that you just need to do. And then keep on moving on. Reverse engineering what are the tasks that you can reliably do and just stick with that decision. Because realistically, we can make thousands of decisions, permutations of decisions, but we want to be able to just adapt your own workflow sequence so it's a systemized process that you know how to follow day by day, so that you know exactly what to do each day. It reduces the amount of decisions you need to make. It saves you time so that you don't have to worry about other tasks for the business, so you can spend more time on what matters for other areas of your life, for your fitness, for your relationships, for their health, for whatever the case. We want to spend we want to be able to know that the tasks we do, the decisions we make, can make a good return on investment in our time, and just be confident in our decision making, because we can we can overanalyze everything and keep worrying, and so much of our time is spent just worrying about what tasks do I need to do each day to get to a certain goal. But even if the decision you make is a little bit worse than the next decision you could be making, it's infinitely better than not taking action at all, because inaction is still an action. You're just contemplating, you're just waiting, you're spending hours on just making no decisions at all, and that's the hardest decision ever, to just stumble and just keep waiting. We shouldn't have to keep waiting for the perfect moment for the perfect decisions to be made. We just need to be confident that if this certain decision to be made will move the needle forward in my particular goal, whether it is to launch an offer, or to start my own business, or to actually get my first client, or to do anything really. This doesn't even have to pertain to business in particular. It can work with any area of life. If you know exactly, like if you feel confident in the decision you make and just do it, then you're going to be so much further ahead than someone who tries to create a perfect plan for themselves but not implement, or just worrying and overanalyzing the perfect plan or the perfect process before they even get started. So create a workflow process that you could do that is simple for you, that is adapted to your needs, that fits your life, that actually moves the needle forward, and that could take the least amount of time possible. Because at the end of the day, our time really matters. The time we spend on all this work, it does matter, and we want to be able to get a good return on investment for our time, not just in our money. Our money is a good factor, but our time is the most precious asset we have. And if we're wasting our time with just constantly making decisions and having anxiety over all these problems and decisions, then we're not going to move forward. So, if you're a veteran or first responder transitioning into business and entrepreneurship and looking to actually get started, I do have spots open to work with me one on one so I can help you properly make that transition, create purpose back in your life, and provide systems that will help you start and scale your business without sacrificing time away from what matters to you. And if that interests you, book a call with me below in the description. So, hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Send a comment down below if this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys later. Simplify.